Good morning, guitar. Today we are looking at Prelude number 4 again. This time we're going to play through part 2, and we're going to bring that back up to cut time. So same deal, you play through the melody first. So this would say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, G sharp, 4, 2, 3, 4, rest, 2, 4, 1. So before we even get started, I can see that the difference between these two is the technique is really inverted. In part 2, the melody is going to have the note where we need to mute the string and then begin playing while we end up playing a bass note. See, in part 1, we had to play a melody and mute a bass note. In part 2, we have to play a bass note and mute whatever was in the melody prior to that. The good news on this one is there doesn't seem to be as many bass notes, right? They seem to happen on count 1 periodically, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let it ring for beauty. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so we talked about how to go about a song like this, right? You're going to play the melody, then you're going to go back and you're going to add the bass. So pause the video, go back and learn this melody. Simple stuff, right? Beginner guitar, melodies, and all this stuff. The complication now here's the technique, putting the two things together. Go back, learn the bass notes, all open strings. Simple stuff, right? Hal Leonard Book 1, just the open strings. Then come back to this part of the video now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this at quarter note 60. So, and I'm going to do it as 4/4 time, so the slow tempo, half the speed that it should be. And then we'll go back and we'll do it as the cut time. Okay, so first, just the slower speed so that we can see and hear clearly what the song is supposed to sound like. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, here it is. The mute is with the left hand, unlike in part 1. Mute with the left hand. Or the fretboard hand. Fretboard hand. Careful of the naturalizations. We have a lot of accidentals in this part. So that was as if I was reading that as quarter notes in 4/4. But remember, this was not 4/4 time. This was cut time. So cut time, I have to count it like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. In fact, I'm taking that off. 1, 2, 1, 2. So the speed will be more like. Was saying, by the way, is that mute happens with the left hand a little bit easier because you have to stop the note, right? So if you have to stop the note, usually all we have to do is take the finger off of it or dampen the string. So now I'm going to play through part 2, cut time. Tempo is 60, but it is cut time, so we're counting these basically like how you would count eighth notes. They're counted 1 and 2, and here it goes now. and so on. All right, so make sure you go ahead and pause the video, go back, play along with that. You definitely want to be able to play both of these parts at tempo as we have done.